Hello everyone. Today we'll start with our first chapter of Standard 12, that is Introduction to Partnership. I have already prepared material for you, so on your screen you can view the topics which we are going to discuss about that lesson, and I will share that documents also for your purpose. Okay. Partnership, first of all, we'll discuss about. We all know the different types of business, like normally we have discussed in 11th standard, like sole proprietorship concern, then partnership firm, and joint stock company. Now sole proprietorship concern means we all know that there is only one person who is the owner of that business. Partnership firm means where two owners are there or more than two owners are there. So that partnership firm we are going to learn in this first part of the elements of accounts textbook of your 12th standard. So we'll start with that. First, introduction, because it is a new concept for you. We'll see the introduction about the partnership firm, and also we'll see how we can prepare the accounts related to the partnership firm. Okay. So first of all, we'll discuss about the emergence of the partnership firm, how it emerges, that is how it existed as a partnership firm business. So due to the limitations of the sole proprietorship concern, partnership firm emerged, like the limitations of resources, limitations of the skill, or distribution of the risk. Like we can say that if suppose that the person is having a sufficient money to start a business but not having the technical knowledge, so he can introduce the person who is having the technical knowledge as a partner, and then both the persons will start the business. That is called as a partnership firm. Similarly, person is having a technical knowledge but not having the finance, that is money, sufficient money to start the business, so he can introduce one another person who is having the sufficient money as a partner, and then they will start the business. That is known as a partnership firm. Similarly, to distribute the risk of the business, we all know that in a business there is a risk. That risk, if you want to distribute, you can introduce a partner or partners in the business, so that the risk can be distributed among the different partners, and accordingly they can share the profit according to the distribution ratio available. So that is how the partnership firm emerges. Now we'll move on the meaning and definition of partnership firm. As we all know that there are two or more than two persons available in a partnership firm, the important part is such kind of partnership firm should be governed by any act introduced by the government of the country. In our country, India, government, that is called as Indian government, has introduced an act to govern this kind of partnership firm. Such act is called as the Indian Partnership Act 1932. It was introduced during the year 1932, so that is why it is known as the Indian Partnership Act 1932. The governance of this kind of partnership firm will be done through the provisions of Indian Partnership Act 1932. So in case of any kind of disputes, partners can take the help of the act that is called as the Indian Partnership Act 1932. So according to the Indian Partnership Act 1932, the definition of partnership firm is given. According to that definition, it is given that a partnership is the relation between persons. Persons means two or more persons, it is called as. Okay, it is a relation between persons who have agreed to share profit of business carried on by all, or any one of them acting for all. This is a definition given for a partnership. Okay, this definition is available in the Indian Partnership Act 1932, Section 4. What is that again? It is a relation between the persons, a relation that is one called as one kind of agreement, one kind of contract between the persons who have agreed to share profit. Any business which is done by the person or persons is for the purpose of earning profit. So that is why it is given over here that they started a business to share profit of a business which is carried on by all. That is, it can be managed by all the partners of that firm, or any one of them acting for all, or any one partner who will represent the all partners. So this is known as a definition of a partnership firm. The person who enters in this relationship, in such kind of contract, that persons are called as individually partners, a partner or partners we can say, and collectively the group of that partners called as a firm, or you can say a partnership firm. Then the characteristics we'll discuss according to the definition. There is characteristics available, you can see I have written the points over there, and we'll discuss that points one by one. Characteristics of a partnership. First one, creation by contract. Already we have discussed in the definition that it is a relation between the persons. That relation is called as a contract or agreement. Partnership emerges due to agreement or contract. That agreement among the persons who wants to enter into a partnership, they have to make an agreement. Such agreement can be in oral format available, or it can be in written format available. Normally written format is advisable. That agreement, whatever the conditions mutually agreed upon by all the persons who wants to enter in a partnership firm, that all the conditions, if they will keep it in a written format, then it is advisable for them and it is good for them. So in future, if any problem arises, it can be sort out with the help of that provisions available in a written format. Okay, otherwise they have to take the help of the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Okay, so that first point is, it is a creation by contract. That partnership firm emerges due to contract or agreement. Second one, profit objective. Any business is started with the motive of profit only. So such same thing over here, they are doing a business in a partnership firm. So purpose of this business is to earn profit. That is called profit motive. Then the legal business. Any partnership firm which is created for a legal business is considered as valid. If persons started a illegal business in a partnership firm, then that partnership firm is not considered as valid partnership firm. So partnership firm will be considered valid only for legal business. Then unlimited, agent of each partner. Next one, agent of each partner. Okay, partners, we have seen that in the definition that the business is carried on by all the partners, or any one partner acting for all, right? So it is said that each and every partner is an agent of the other partner or representative of the other partner. Whatever the act is done by the partner or partners, it is said that it will affect to the partnership firm at large. So each partner is considered as agent or representative of the other partners. Okay. Then number of partners. Now that is important for you, number of partners. That is why I wrote at the end of this characteristic a note for you. According to the Indian Companies Act 2013, Section 464, it empowers the government to prescribe maximum number of partners to be 100. So as per the Indian Companies Act 2013, it is said that the government can prescribe the number of partners up to maximum 100. But at present, as per the Companies Rule 2014, government has decided the maximum number of partners to be in any partnership firm up to 50 only. So it is according to the Companies Act they have decided. So afterwards, if the number of partners exceeds then the maximum numbers, then it will become company. So that it is given over here. So as per Companies Act 2013, it is actually given that the government has a power to keep the maximum number of partners up to 100. But at present, government has decided to keep the maximum number of partners up to 50 only. By Rule 10 of Companies Rules 2014. Maximum number of partners can be 50 and minimum number of partners will be 2. We know this thing that only one person who is the owner of the business is not called a partner. He is the sole proprietor called as. So there should be minimum 2 persons as partners in a partnership firm. So minimum number of partners are 2 and maximum numbers as per the Companies Rule 2014 will be up to 50. Then the next one, unlimited liabilities. All the partners have a liability towards the partnership firm is unlimited. That is means what? That when partnership firm goes into a dissolution, that is called as completely stop the business. That means they do not want to continue the business. Then in that case, whatever the liabilities are there of a partnership firm, that all the liabilities must be paid off by the firm first. For that purpose, they have to use the assets of the partnership firm. But suppose that the assets of a partnership firm are not sufficient, then in that case, all the partners has to bring their personal assets after deducting their personal liabilities, whatever they have, their personal assets in the firm to pay the liabilities of the firm. That is why it is said that the liabilities of the partners is unlimited. And last one, ownership and management of firm. That is also one of the limitation of a sole proprietorship concern, that only one person cannot manage whole business. So in that case, that sole proprietor has to employ different other employees also for the purpose of management of the business. Over here, as 2 or more persons can become the partners, so ownership and management will be done by the partners themselves only. So they don't have to rely on the other person. Okay, so that is what the characteristics that it is given over here, that ownership and management of firm.